back to us and sitting here driving, taking a little trip. It's a Sunday afternoon, driving over to my office, get some work done. And, I was thinking, I wanted to shoot this video really because this video is really for my dad. I think a lot of times, we don't give fathers the credit they deserve. And I know definitely for the longest time, I never gave my dad the credit that he deserved, because the older I get, the more I respect my father for being the man he is and the man he was, raising me and my two brothers. Now that I'm in I don't want to say the same situation, obviously. Like, my dad had it way rougher than I did. He basically was a single dad raising three boys. I'm a married father with a fantastic wife raising two boys and a girl, but I still to this day, don't understand how he did it. My dad worked basically, hell, if there were 24 hours in a day, which there are, I feel like my dad worked basically 18 hours a day and still found time in his life to, have a pseudo sort of social life, take care of us, make sure that we got everything that we needed as far as like, knowledge and literature and books and education and everything else. It's weird, man. I was having this conversation with my wife earlier, and Yuhas men are not very emotional guys. We don't express our feelings well. We do gripe every once in a while and sulk and lash out, and we're also very loving and we're very loyal to the people that are loyal to us. But yeah, it's weird. It's like the older I get, I think the more I'm becoming like my father was when he was raising me and my brothers. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I have the utmost respect for my father, and I think that if there were more fathers out there like my father, today's society wouldn't be in such a situation that it is today. My dad wish my dad was a little tougher on me when I needed him to be. But other than that, man, I found other ways to get that kind of quote unquote manliness through friends and culture. But yeah, my dad's pretty fucking awesome. And it's basically the last day of November, going into tomorrow begins the last month of 2014, and I've been in this really weird, like, reflective, and I think this always happens towards the end of the year. Usually I get, like, real, like, introspective and reflective, like, towards my birthday, but, I turned 36 this year, and I think, I just know that this is gonna be a monumental year for me. I'm still me, and I'm happy being me, and I'm no longer pissed at myself. I've learned to love who I am, and I've learned to embrace who I am, and I've learned to embrace the strengths that I have, and and I'm working on the things that I don't do well. And anyway, back to this. It's being a good father is one of those things that I think a lot of times just gets overlooked, and on a society standpoint, as technologically evolved as we are, and as as advanced as we are as a quote unquote society, the title of father has never really changed. I think on a hunter-killer kind of standpoint, the father's main role is to provide for the family, and I know that just having the father that I had, it just kind of embedded that work ethic and that sense of purpose and that overall not even a lot of times, but like sometimes begrudgingly, because it's just like, dude, sometimes they just want to sit on the couch and veg or whatever. But it's like, you know, when you have that why and you have that purpose, and you've been given that role model your entire life, that's just like, no matter what's going on, you know what I mean? It's like, screw me, screw what's going on in my life, screw anything else like that. It's like the family comes first, you know, my kids come first, my wife comes first, my family, you know, the people that I love come first. And while it's not necessarily the most like healthy, I guess, like kind of frame of mind, it's a lot better than having like a supremely lackadaisical kind of frame of mind about like, oh, whatever, man, it's not my responsibility. Like, if anything, I feel the utmost responsibility in my mind to take care of my family and to do what's right and to go above and beyond and really by any means necessary, you know, make sure that my family and my children will be taken care of. And I think, you know, growing up, if you guys, for those of you guys that know me, you know, a lot of you guys don't know, maybe you'll be watching this video, but really growing up, man, I think there was a very, I don't want to say a very long period, but there was a period of my life, man, where I think me and my brothers were really on a path to, like myself specifically, man, I was on a path to nowhere, you know, I was on a path to real trouble, to just jail, prison potentially, and, you know, I just want to say that I'm sorry for that, man. Like, I never really understood what it meant to be a good father, and sometimes just be a real hard ass and just crack down and not put up with, you know, your kid's shit sometimes, you know, the way my dad did. And you know, I want to thank him for that, and I want to thank him for being a man, and I want to thank him for just being a fucking awesome role model, and, you know, just being an all-around great guy, you know, because of that I am who I am today. And because, you know, my dad's he's a very open, kind, warm, you know, just man. He's not a real big emotional guy, but he's a strong man. And I wish that there were more strong men out there. And because of that, because I was raised to be strong, and because I was raised to be a problem solver and a solution finder, and you know, just get it done. That's how I'm raising my children. You know what I mean? That's how I manage the people that work with me, or that's how I work with the people that work with me. Because, you know, it's not about griping, it's not about bitching, it's not about, you know, crying about the current situation that you're in. It's about, you know, seeing the future and knowing that things are going to get better, and visualizing them, and really just, you know, loving yourself, and you know, just doing it with a sense of purpose. You know, everything you do should be done with a sense of purpose. And I honestly believe that my father gave me a very strong sense of purpose, because he was a very purpose-driven, and he still is a very purpose-driven individual. You know, and yeah, I mean, we're human. We go through our ups and downs, and you know, life will, and trust me, you know, and nobody's life is perfect. But it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. And my dad's always been a stand-up guy. And, you know, for that, I want to make this video, and I just want to thank him for that. You know, for being a stand-up guy, and for being just being an overall man. You know, being a great dude, being a great guy, being a great role model, and being a great mentor, and really, you know, without even really like sitting me down and giving me like a step-by-step blueprint for what I need to do to be a great father, he showed me by his actions, and he showed me through his, you know, just what he did. You know, and then, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to be a dad. My dad was never, you know, my dad was never a big drinker. He was never a big partier. You know, he's never. My dad was awesome. And he is awesome. And I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for, you know, his Terry, my mom. You know, she lucked out and found a great guy. Without her, I mean, we wouldn't be the family that we are. Period. Because we were a mess for the longest time, and I think we've all kind of cooled out and kind of found our own, you niche and found her own kind of path. And I'm not a pick up the phone and shoot the shit guy. It's just, I never have been. Not to say that I never will, but eventually I'll be more of a pick up the phone guy. But I wanted to put this down, and I wanted to document this, and I just wanted to say thanks. Because I think that yeah, basically, thanks for being an awesome father. That's pretty much it. I think that raising a family, you need both parents, and for the majority of our lives, me, Ben, and Alex, we didn't have much of a mother figure up until almost 17 years after the fact. But Dad, you're fucking awesome, and I only hope that I can be the man that you are as I raise my children. So anyway, there's no special holiday for this. There's no anything behind this. It's just, I've been on this weird gratitude mission, and I just want to say thanks. So thanks for being awesome, and that's it, man. I love you. Peace.